that leads me to the channel. It's time for me to step away, and it's time for me to really just focus on what I want, and I don't think I can do that while being active on this channel anymore.
Hello stranger, it's been a minute since we last kicked it. And by the way, just got in town, and I won't let you in this club.
If I told y'all the day I've had, and it's only 1 o'clock, you wouldn't believe me. Before we get into the video, let's just debrief, have some wine, catch up. I'm drinking this 19 Crimes Cali Red. If I'm being 100% honest, it's good if you like red wine. I'm not a red wine type of girl. I'm like a Moscato, a pink Moscato, or a rosé. But my friend Mariana, which I just have to say, having good friends that watch your content is really a match. And one of my really good friends, Mariana, put me onto this wine, and we had a night off of it. Like, girl, a night. This wine gets you so like turned because it's 13% alcohol, and I'm Irish, so I could drink. Anyway, hi, welcome back. Welcome if you're new. I hope you're having a fantastic day, night, week, weekend, wherever it is where you are at right now, given everything that is going on in the world. I hope you're taking time to take care of yourself, because by taking care of yourself, you in turn take care of other people. I need to take my shoes off because let's curl up. Let's just sit and have some wine and just talk. Let's just talk, okay? Cheers. Get your wine, get your snacks, get everything you need. You're having a great day today. Let me stop. So let's talk about my morning. First things first, I woke up with a horrible headache. Horrible headache because I've been grinding my teeth like nobody's business. I've suffered with TMJ basically all of my life. I wake up with the worst headaches, and some months it's like non-existent, and then other months I wake up and I feel horrible. So I already got the foot just wrong side of the bed. Got the day off on the wrong foot, so I was like, you know what, I'm gonna get ready. I'm gonna come to my mother's house. This is actually my old apartment, but she lives in it now, which is pretty cool. I love coming here. It's just so much peace and quiet, and we're like in the woods, and I just am obsessed with it. So it's like a home away from home, basically. And I came here and I was setting up to film on my peaceful kumbaya shit. I was like, my makeup looks good, my outfit looks good. I picked up a nice bottle of wine, and then I come here and I realized that my memory card is not in my camera. So I didn't have a memory card, and I could have, from old habits, been like, oh, it's okay, we'll just film another day. Because that is like the sucky part of being a YouTuber, is that you have like too much free time and too much like leeway. Like, if you don't want to film that day, you don't have to. And it's like, I need to start getting better at making a schedule. But anyway, I said, you know what, nope, I'm taking my ass to Walmart. I'm purchasing a new memory card, and we're gonna film. So here we are. So now that I'm talking to you guys, I'm having some wine. All is well in the world. I actually like drinking my wine through a straw because tooth stains wear. I got a comment the other day. I don't get much hate on my channel or through Instagram or anything like that. Every once in a while I will, and I feel like with this job, that's kind of just what comes with it, is people will say and do things, and they will express their opinions because they think that they can. And 9 times out of 10, it's because they lack self-awareness. This is actually a conversation I was having with my therapist last Wednesday, because right now I'm on a journey with self-worth, you know, kind of alleviating that imposter syndrome and alleviating that like not feeling good about myself or good about the things that I put out. And so she was telling me how basically self-worth is obviously stemmed from how you feel about, I can't take myself seriously with this straw. I guess we're gonna have red teeth today, but self-worth stems from obviously how you feel about yourself, but self-worth also stems from how society feels about you and how society looks at you, because we are told about ourselves from a very tender young age, and then we make those beliefs true about ourselves, right? So our peers, our community, our teachers, things like that. And what happens is we take on other people's beliefs about themselves and take them on for ourselves and make them true, even though those beliefs that other people were bestowing upon us were actually projections, right? But words are so powerful that we absorb them and make them our truth when they're actually somebody else's truth. And she was saying that a lot of times that we all have this one person in our life, whether it's a friend, a coworker, a family member, or just that person that checks you out at Stop and Shop, right? We all have that one person who's always talking shit, always talking about how her shoes this, her hair this, her attitude this, she thinks she's better, look at that Instagram pic, she ain't even all that. We all have that one person, and it's like literally so annoying. I can't stand people who constantly gossip. Everybody gossiped a little bit, like I'm not gonna lie, like I dabble, but like I'm not engulfed and absorbed into gossip. It's just not my forte. I don't like friends like that. I don't like family like that. Maybe back in the day when I was young and immature and not self-aware, sure, like you can get a little pass for that, but when you're a grown-ass woman, please seek help.
Stop it. Get some help.
9 times out of 10, when somebody is always having something to say about somebody else, they lack the self-awareness to actually look at themselves and realize they're talking about themselves. And if they took maybe 5-10 minutes out of their day to look in the mirror and actually learn about themselves, they would see that they are projecting onto other people, which is why it's so important. And really I want to hone in on this, to not take other people's beliefs about you and make it your truth, which is why having a strong foundation of self-worth and self-confidence as a woman is so important, because society will tell you that you're too fat, you're too skinny, you're not pretty enough, you have too much makeup on. Like, you're always not going to be good enough to other people who don't feel good enough about themselves. So it's very important for you as a woman to feel good about yourself and to have that strong foundation. That way when somebody says those negative things to you, it ricochets off on you and back to them, because that's not your truth. So don't take it as your truth, okay? As I've been going through this journey of self-worth, I've been learning that. That's why when I get like hate comments or something like that, I don't really care anymore. But this comment, I'm not going to lie, the person who said it to me, thank you, because I needed it. I can take constructive criticism. When I was younger, I grew up in theater, and this one time I had this like, oh my God, Mr. Hirsch, if y'all know who I'm talking about, Mr. Hirsch, he was our play director and he was brilliant, but he was mean. And he basically yelled at me because I was a boy. If y'all know the play Big River, I was a boy. They basically made a part for me, and they were like, you're not a boy, you're like a tomboy, but this part is originally for a boy. So I had to wear this ugly ass straw hat, overalls. I hated it. If I literally like didn't already commit to the play, I would have quit because it was awful. It was so ugly. I was uncomfortable. Just like literally wanted to die all the time. So basically he told me on opening night, last minute, Dakota, your character is gonna catch a quarter. Synopsis was that we were all basically in a circle and we were all like, you know, men talking shit, like shoulder bumping. And he was like, the boy's line was, here's a quarter, now keep your trap shut, talking to me, which first of all, you're lucky it was a line in the book, otherwise I would have slapped you into next week, but it was a line in the you know, in the play. So he flips a quarter and I'm supposed to catch it. Now I'm coordinated, but like catching quarters and shit like that, that's no. Like I can't do that. So I dropped the quarter. And if you're in theater, you know, and if you don't, I'll explain it to you. When you're in theater and you're on a stage and, oh my God, you're mic'd up, everything echoes. When you're in a huge auditorium, you have the lights on you and the mics, and these plays in my elementary school were a big deal, okay? It wasn't like, oh, 10 people are showing up, hundreds of people, every seat filled. People were standing in the back just to get a seat into this play. Like, it was a big deal in Stratford to be a part of the production. I dropped the quarter, and it was like the silence was so loud, and all of the boys were like scared for me because they knew that Mr. Hirsch was gonna scream at me. So of course we go into the cafeteria, we're in intermission, and he's yelling at everybody for not doing things right. If you didn't do anything right that day, you got like crucified. He looks at me and he's like,
and you couldn't even hold a quarter.
and I'm just like, oh my God. So then I remember this girl came up to me and she had this whole discussion with me about constructive criticism. And she said, I'm gonna tell you a very important lesson at your age, which I think at the time I was 10 or 11, that is gonna carry you through the rest of your life. She told me, she said, People are going to do two things in life. They're either going to make fun of you and they're going to try to belittle you, or they're going to give you constructive criticism. The constructive criticism may come off as harsh, but it's actually to help your character development and to help you in life. So this is kind of how I took this comment, and I was like, yo, they're 100% right. To be honest, it seems like you're not invested in your YouTube. You're never consistent and you always have an excuse as to why. I still have to work every day when I'm depressed, I'm struggling, and I'm stressed. I don't know. Just seems like you use those things as an excuse to not post consistently like you always promised to.
Oh, now that's how you clear a bitch. I don't know who that hoe.
And this is how you know I've grown as a person, because if this was me 2 years ago, I would have been unhinged and I would have shared that and I would have been like, F you and F your mom. As somebody who's growing, I realize that like when you do put yourself on the internet, you kind of subject yourself to constructive criticism and you just have to roll with it, right? Like I said, nothing is true until you believe it to be true, until you make it to be true. And I read that and I was like, they're right. Like they are right. Like I come on here and I'm like, I want to be consistent. I want to do this. I want to do that. Blah, blah, blah. And I make all these promises I don't fulfill. And no wonder there's this lack of trust when it comes to my subscribers, because I'm not delivering something that I'm promising. It's like if you have plans with a friend to go out to dinner at 6 and at 6 o'clock you drove to the restaurant, you're there, you're cute, you're in your heels and your bodycon dress, and they text you and they say, sorry, I can't come. And you're like, okay, cool, no problem, we'll go next time. And then say every time after that, 3 more times, you go to meet your dinner. You gotta be fucking kidding me. Okay, say 3 more times after that, you go and you have plans to meet your friend for dinner at 6, and all of those times they bail on you 4 times. After a while, you're gonna be like, forget this. Like there's no trust, there's no like following through with your promises. So I'm gonna be done. Like I've set a boundary here and I have to walk away. Well, the same thing comes when you abandon yourself from your goals and from your dreams and aspirations. If you tell yourself you're gonna post every Tuesday at 6, you have to do that. Otherwise you are abandoning yourself. And we are so quick as humans to call everybody out for their shit and for abandoning us, or for not following through with those promises, or for not treating us how we want to be treated. But then we treat ourselves with that same energy by abandoning ourselves from our goals and our visions, from not following through with what we say we're going to do, from not showing up at that gym even though that Planet Fitness, that $15 a month is coming out of your account every single month, but you're not going. I'm saying that we're going to keep better track of our cars and be more on time with maintenance, yet you're walking around with your wheel literally like it's losing air every single day. You got to go to the gas station, but you got your lashes done, you got your nails done, you got your toes done, you got that silk press, but your car is like literally struggling. And that's what gets you to work and from back every day. It's how you make your money. It's how it provides stability. So it's like, if we cannot provide ourselves with that stability and promise ourselves things, how do we expect people to trust us? But yet we expect all of our friends to treat us with kindness and to trust and to follow through with what they say they're gonna do, but then we don't do that, right? So this comment really like kicked me in the butt, and I was like, yo, it's October, we have 2 months left of the year. I don't know about you guys, I feel like I accomplished certain things. Like I definitely worked on my codependency. I really worked hard on my anxious attachment style. If you guys don't know, I've been single for about 2 years now. Actually, I think literally today, is today my 2-year anniversary? Oh my God, it is. Oh my God, everything happens for a reason. Wow, divine intervention, divine timing really is a freaking thing. This is my 2-year anniversary of being single for 2 years intentionally. Okay, I did it correct this time. And I'm about 6-7 going on 7 months celibate as well. So I've had a journey, you guys. I am at a place right now where I'm starting to really feel good about myself, but I feel like I accomplish a lot mentally, but not a lot in like my career and like my physical life and things like that. So because of that, I made a list of about 7 things that I'm going to be doing from now till December, because it's never too late. You don't need a new year to create a new lifestyle, to create new habits. You don't need a new day. You just need a new mindset. And so I decided from now until December, I'm going to start to implement these things every single day to become a better version of myself. So these are going to be the 7 things. So get your wine, get your snacks, and buckle in. First thing is, if the friendship is, what? Friendship. Oh my God, wait, did I just create a new word? Friendship. That is not a friendship, that is a friendship. I am obsessed. I love that. We're gonna use that from now on. Okay, if you use it, you better give me credit. You better give me credit, okay? Okay. If the friendship is not benefiting me anymore, I do not want it, okay? I am the type of person where I am always a supportive friend. Sometimes a supportive friend needs to be supported. What that looks like is that if it is a day where you call me and you need me to emotionally support you, I would love to do that. But if it's a day where I cannot even emotionally support myself, how do you expect me to support you? I cannot pour from an empty cup. If I am at max capacity, what makes you think that I am in a position to give you advice or to help you constructively in any type of way? So what that looks like is me saying no, me being like, hey, I cannot have this conversation today. I can have it when I'm feeling a little bit better. I'm not in energetic alignment and I would love to help you, but I just can't do it today because I need to help myself first. When you're looked at as being that supportive friend all the time, the one who is the group therapist, the one who is the empath, sometimes people will get almost offended by you establishing boundaries because they're used to you always being there. Oh, well, you're always there. Oh, well, you always are there at the drop of the hat, or you always put others before yourself. The thing that I'm coming to realize is my worth is not based off of how much I can do for you. My worth is not based off of how much I can help you. My worth is based off of how I feel about myself and what I do for myself to help myself and to get myself better. So maybe that's like therapy, or maybe that's self-help books or whatever, you know, my journey. And then through my journey, if you witnessing that makes you want to change something or makes you want to do something different with your life, and that's great. But my goal is not to change you as a person. My goal is also not to fix your life for you. I can give you tools, I can give you, you know, resources, and I can tell you how I did it. But at the end of the day, you could take the horse to the water, and if they don't want to drink, then you can't make them drink, and then they're just going to be dehydrated. And you can't make people drink if they don't want to drink. And like, one thing I'm learning too is like, just because I want what's best for my friends or for my family doesn't mean they want what's best for themselves. I think we have to remember as we're going along in this journey that at one point we were at rock bottom. At one point we were at step 1. And just because you're at step 10 now does not mean that we're any better than anybody else. And just because someone's at step 1 and we're at step 10 does not mean that we like can't be friends or we can't interact or whatever. It just means that we're at different points in life, and maybe that person who's going through what they're going through right now that's frustrating you, whether it's like your friend that has a toxic boyfriend that she doesn't want to leave, or that friend that's always gossiping about other people, and you're just not in that stage of your life and you feel that there's a huge disconnect. Sometimes they have things that they need to learn. You have to remember that at one point you were at that stage in your life, and you probably would have felt like shit if somebody was telling you, girl, just get over it, or girl, just heal, or whatever. Like, I think compassion and understanding really does go a long freaking way. For me personally though, I feel like if I'm not benefiting anything from our friendship, I just don't want it anymore. Like, yes, I will hear you talk about your boyfriend a million times, or I will hear whatever, but like when I need something or I need support, I expect the same thing back. I don't expect for you to do anything for me physically, materially, or even mentally. I just expect you to be a good friend. So reciprocation is the season that I'm currently in my life right now. And if I'm going to be giving and receiving nothing in return, I don't want that at all. And like, I truly have a different outlook on friendships now, like I said, from somebody who went from having no friends to having a lot. And I think that different friends serve a different purpose. You have the friends who are like the therapy, you know, friends that you go to when you have something heavy on your heart and you need good constructive advice on, right? And then you have the friends who you just had like a really rough day at work and you want to go out and you want to get a drink, you know, they're going to be a really good time. And maybe you don't have like substantial conversation, but they bring out the inner child in you and the fun in you, right? And then you have the friends where it's like they want to just go get coffee and walk around, you know, a little loop-de-loo and talk about life. And we have different friends for different purposes. Not every single friend has to be a super deep, meaningful connection, because sometimes you're not in the mood for a deep, meaningful connection. Like sometimes you just don't want to talk about life, you know? But for me personally, within my friendships, if I'm not receiving the energy I'm giving out, I'm not saying all the time, right? Because we have seasons, like I said, where it's like the supportive friend sometimes needs support. So for me, I feel like if I'm giving all this support, and then when I need it, it's crickets, I just don't really want it anymore. And that kind of goes into my second point, which is if I say no to something and you make me feel bad about that, I'm gonna distance myself. All right, guys, so with the topic of feeling good about yourself, something that always makes me feel really good about myself is when somebody says, Dakota, you smell so good, okay? I literally had my friend this weekend at the Renaissance Fair say, you smell so good and I am jealous. And I told her, girl, you could also smell good too for only $29. And she said, how? And I said, Dossier. Dossier can give you the gift of scent. The holidays are coming up, and the last thing that you want is your auntie serving you your macaroni and cheese at Thanksgiving or Christmas dinner and smelling like a bowl of mothballs, okay? That is the last thing that you want. So today, me and Dossier are bringing you the gift of scent. The holidays are coming up. We're always looking for things to give our boyfriends or our mothers or our fathers or our aunties. And Dossier is the perfect company for that, because Dossier makes luxury design fragrances for both women and men. They have men fragrances now too, but it's a dupe for your favorite expensive luxury fragrances like Versace, Tom Ford, YSL, things like that. Things that normally would cost you anywhere from like $60 to $200, you can get from $29 to $39 on Dossier. So as usual, my favorite is Fruity Magnolia. I'm actually wearing it right now. It's a dupe for Versace Bright Crystal, and oh my god, it's just a very like fruity but sophisticated but like flirty. Kind of smells like pomegranate meets like roses meets like, I don't even know, but it literally smells so good, you guys. I'm obsessed with it. Only $29. Versace is normally $80, and it smells literally the exact same. And these two new ones that I actually just restocked on because I fell in love with them so much is Fruity Neroli, which I actually will pair with the Fruity Magnolia for a layering of scents. I recently just got into that. And Gourmet White Flowers. Now the Fruity Neroli is a dupe for Giorgio Armani, okay, which hella expensive, but you can get this for a very affordable price at dossier.com. What I like about these two is they are literally full-size bottles. Like, look y'all, full-size bottle for literally a fraction of the price of what you would get at Ulta or Sephora or something like that. And the Gourmet White Flowers is a dupe for the Viktor and Rolf Flower Bomb perfume. Again, full-size bottles. If you don't like them, there's a 100% guarantee back. They come with little travel size bottles so you could spritz, see if you like it or not. If you don't like it, send it back to Dossier and get your money back or get another selection. You can never go wrong with the gift or scent. Like I said, they make male fragrances, female fragrances. They also have candles, and they have room diffusers as well. So if you're looking for a perfect holiday gift to give to somebody in your family to show them that you love them so much, go ahead and give the gift of scent, girl. Like I said, when your auntie is serving you that macaroni and cheese and she smells good, she will thank you later. Use code Dakota10 for 10% off of all your purchases, and let's get back into whatever I was talking about. If I say no to something and you make me feel bad about that, I'm gonna distance myself. And the reason for that is, like, I have spent my whole life being a people pleaser from the tender age of like 5 to now being 29. Like I said, I worked a lot in therapy this year of dismantling that codependency and that anxious attachment style. And one thing that I'm really working on right now, which is so hard, is people pleasing, because it stems from childhood. Maybe you had a caregiver where you feel like you had to be their emotional support, or maybe you felt like you had to always be emotionally mature even though your job was supposed to be a kid. That then turns into you being a people pleaser and you learning to seek your validation for how much you can help others or how much you can please others, which is why a lot of us who are people pleasers get caught in toxic relationships, because what toxic relationships will do is they'll love bomb you and make you feel great, and then they'll withdraw, and you spend the majority of that relationship trying to gain that validation back that they were giving to you, even though what they were giving to you wasn't even real in the first place. So yeah, honestly, I feel like if I say no, which is hard for me to do, but I'm learning to get better. No is a complete sentence, and you don't always have to give a huge explanation. I used to be a type where I would give like an MLA, you can tell I have not been in college in a while, MLA formatted response to why I couldn't go. Start to finish 3-paragraph essay as to why I could not go to something, and now I'm in a season of my life where I'm just like, I can't, or like, you know what, I don't want to, or like, I'm not feeling it today, right? And that is a complete sentence within itself. It's something that I realized too, and I was just talking to my mother about this last night, is that nobody else has an issue with saying no. Everybody else can say no to me. Everybody else can tell me when they're at capacity. But if I do it, it's a freaking problem. And that's not okay. So I'm in a season of my life now where like, if I say no and you make me feel bad about it, or it's like, oh, come on, like, bye. Like, I'm not gonna cut you off, but I'm gonna distance myself from you, because no. By me honoring myself and realizing like, okay, I know that I said that on Saturday we were gonna do this, but today, like the day before, like I just have this energy where it's like I'm tired, I'm lethargic, and I'm honoring myself, and like I never cancel, like this one time I need to. Don't make me feel bad about that, because I don't do that to you. That pisses me off so much, because everybody else can cancel, everybody else can decide that it's not the vibe today, or they don't have energy, but the minute Dakota does it, it's an issue, and I'm just not putting up with that in this season of my life anymore. Like, saying no is a boundary. Honoring yourself to stay in and not want to go out is a boundary. Staying in to cook a home-cooked meal instead of being outside to working on a couch is okay, and it's a boundary. You can say no and say it with your chest and not feel bad about it, and I just don't feel bad about it anymore. I'm sorry, but I don't. Number 3, my beliefs and my boundaries are mine, and I will not be made to feel bad about them anymore. And I actually want to read to you guys boundaries that I literally have written down in my phone, because sometimes you just need a good refresher, okay? So these are some boundaries that I have, okay? I value your opinion, but my life decisions are up to me. Please do not comment on my weight. If you continue to speak to me this way, I will end the conversation. I am at capacity and need to protect my mental health. Please do not guilt me or use passive-aggressive language to tell me how you feel. I understand your values and beliefs, but I do not share them, and that's okay. You have every right to disagree with me, but no right to disrespect me. Like, literally, you guys, those boundaries changed my life, because boundaries really are the standard for how other people will treat you. Even the best person will take advantage of you if you are somebody who is a people pleaser and does not set boundaries for themselves, okay? Boundaries are so important in friendships and relationships, with family. I even have boundaries with my daughter, okay? Like, I have boundaries with everybody, because boundaries are the guideline to how people treat you, and how you treat yourself sets a standard for how others are going to treat you. It's like literally like a study guide. And so for me personally, my boundaries and my beliefs are mine. If I cut somebody off because I have felt like this is the thing with me. People always say like I'm quick to cut people off. No, I'm not. It takes a lot for me to get to that point, but once I'm at that point, I'm a Pisces and I'm done. Like, it will take me a while. Like, I will give you a few chances, and I think it's more so because I am a very benefit of the doubt type of girl, and I realize that even the best person can make a mistake. But if I feel like I'm at the point where I've given you countless chances and you're still just shitting on me, I will cut you off, and there will be no comeback. Like, I will distance myself from you, and maybe I still love you. But that doesn't mean you have access to me anymore, because that access has been revoked because of how you treated me. And I set a boundary and you didn't abide by it. So bye, like, I don't care anymore. And my boundaries are mine. If I cut somebody off and I don't want to talk to them anymore, it's not up to you to decide, well, maybe you should give them another chance, because guess what? You're not me. And if that's how you do things, that's great, but that's not how I do things. So please do not comment on why did you cut this person off, or why are you not talking, because I don't want to, and it's none of your business anyway. I have certain beliefs about the world and the way that it works and the way that the government is, and other people call me crazy and they call me a conspiracy theorist, but those are my beliefs. I don't make you feel bad for thinking that the government actually cares about us and wants the best for us, because that was the truth. We wouldn't have so many homeless people. If that was the truth, we wouldn't have so many women who are in shelters from domestic violence. The system does not set us up to succeed. It sets us up to fail. I'm a part of it right now as a single mother, so I know that. So if you want to believe that, that's fine. Like, I'm not commenting on it. So please do not comment on what I think and try to make me think that it's wrong, because those are my beliefs, and I'm not commenting on yours, so do not comment on mine. Don't like them, I do not care. We can still have an amicable relationship. We can still be respectful. We can still love one another. If you do not like me because of my beliefs, we also don't have to have a relationship too, and that's cool. That's gonna be dependent on you and how you act. Period. It's so funny because other people who don't have boundaries, when you set them, you're looked at as the Antichrist. Because God forbid I set a boundary because I care about myself. What? Girl, get out of here. Oh, it's 222. Ho ho ho. 222. In alignment, period. Yeah, I say yo. Tell me fellas, have you seen her? Seen her? It was about 5 minutes ago. When I see the young thing young and never seen before. I say yo. To the girls I wanna be, I don't know the words. A second thought, that ain't the way to go. I gotta spit a game proper. Then there she is, I gotta stop her. Or should I talk about a smile? Oh, what about a style? I'm out of time. She's out the door, I gotta go for mine. You made me say yo. I don't know your name, but excuse me, miss. I saw you from across the room. Okay, that's enough. That's enough, Dakota. No one to stop. Okay, so aside from like boundaries, you know, beliefs are mine. If I say no, don't make me feel bad. If I'm not benefiting from the friendship anymore, let's talk about like physical health, okay? So I'm taking my health seriously. I'm going to establish a normal gym routine, take my vitamins, eliminate processed food and fast food, and just get a bit more organized when it comes to my health, right? Because the thing is that if you have a plan but you don't execute that plan, the plan's never gonna happen. It's great to sit down and be like, I'm gonna do this, 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 and this. But if you don't follow through with that, nothing's going to happen. So for me personally, you know, I want to lose weight. I want to get healthy, and I have been, definitely, for sure. But I want to be like more serious about it, right? So lately I've been doing some like brisk walks. I've been eating a little bit better, but I want to get more serious with it now. So I want to establish a normal gym routine of going to the gym 4 times a week, eat a lot better. So that starts with me eliminating fast food. I actually eliminated fast food 2 months ago. I haven't had any since then. And I do feel a lot better and a lot lighter. It's not to say that I will never eat fast food again. I love McDonald's. I love Taco Bell. But it got to a point where it was getting so easy and convenient for me that I was just going all the dang time, okay? And for me personally, I've been getting, if you guys don't follow me on Instagram, then you won't know. But if you follow me on Instagram, your girl's been throwing down, okay? I love to cook now. I just made an amazing, my mom's a vegetarian. I came here last night and I cooked for her. I made an amazing vegetarian lasagna. Really just been getting into cooking. And the more that you cook homemade food and it's good, the less you want to go out to eat because it's just like trash. But like honestly, cooking has become an amazing hobby for me. It's a good pastime. It's good for me to get out of my head and into something productive. My family loves it. And like one of my love language really is like feeding the people that I love. Like I'm just a mom like that. And so I've been doing that. So by doing that, it causes me to eat less processed food and to eat less fast food because I shop. I literally, like what I do, you guys, I'm not even joking, is I have a whiteboard on my fridge and it says Monday to Sunday, what I'm eating every single day. So Monday, I make a really big meal. I make enough to have leftovers. So I make a really big meal Monday. Tuesdays are leftovers. I'll cook Wednesday and I'll cook Thursday. And then that's all my cooking for the week. Friday, it's free for all freezer, okay? Go in there, get yourself some mozzarella sticks and leave me alone. Don't ask me for shit, okay? Saturday, it's either leftovers that we have from the meals that I made or we're gonna eat out. And same thing with Sunday. So like we either like order something or like we'll pick something up from like the Whole Foods because they have the pre-made stuff about twice a week. And then yeah, so I cook 4 meals. One day we have leftovers, so that's 5 days of home cooked meals, and then 2 days it's out, or like one day we'll have like a freezer meal or something like that. I get these really good, hold on, let me actually show you guys. I have one with me because I brought it to my mom's house. Power Bowls by Healthy Choice. You can get them at Target. I scanned it on the Yuka app. If you are in your journey of like no parabens, no sulfates, no GMOs, no nothing, get the Yuka app. It's free on the App Store and you can scan stuff and it will tell you if there's like any like carcinogens or any GMOs or anything in your products or your food. So this is literally cauliflower, dark leafy greens, beef, teriyaki sauce, broccoli, and vegetables. And you guys, there's like literally, these are all the ingredients. I can read every single one of them, which means that it's good for you. Sodium is not bad. This is all natural ingredients. No process. I mean, it's a little bit processed because it's frozen, but it's not like as processed as like pierogies or chicken nuggets. Like, and if you struggle with me when it comes to like making meals, because for me, I love cooking dinner, but breakfast and lunch, like I'm not cooking 3 times a day. For breakfast, I'll usually have either a protein shake or I will have a yogurt bowl. It's the Greek protein yogurts with some strawberries or some blueberries and granola. And then lunch, I always have one of these. And then dinner, it's whatever I cook. So that's 3 meals a day that I'm getting that are healthy, very minimally processed, not any bad ingredients, but still good. Like you guys, this is the best one. It's the spicy beef teriyaki. It's so good. It's gluten-free, very low carb because it's cauliflower. It's just literally so good. So I highly suggest these. That's what I'm doing to work on my physical health, as well as getting my vitamins in. And getting my vitamins in has always been a really hard thing for me. So I've been using this little pill organizer, and it's not sponsored, but it is on my Amazon storefront if you want to get it. It's just under vitamin organization. Just click the link in my description and go onto my Amazon storefront and it will be right there. But I've been organizing my pills in this because there's a nighttime and a daytime. So right now I'm taking a bunch of different vitamins. That could be, actually I think I'm gonna do like a feminine hygiene video, and I will go ahead and do that maybe for my next one. If you guys want that down, let me know. I can do like my favorite body products, my favorite hoo-ha products, my favorite vitamins, like whatever you guys want, I can do that. But it's just so easy and it goes right on my nightstand. And I'm like a very object permanence type of person. Like if I don't see something, I'm not gonna use it. So the fact that my vitamin organizer is just right there ready for me to go know is a lifesaver. So that's what I've been doing for my physical health. And that's how I plan to treat myself over the next 2 months to get healthier before the end of the year. The 5th thing that I'm doing is no anything November. So I have a lot of Libra friends, okay? It's been a month, okay? I have a lot of Libra friends and a lot of Scorpio friends. So the birthdays, the outings, the full activities, my daughter's school activities, it has been so much for me, and I feel like I am at max capacity. So for November, I'm not doing anything. And I also always participate in no spend November. So no spend November is essentially when you only really buy something if you absolutely need it. So like food, or like, you know, if you need like a pair of socks or something like that. But like there's no going to Ulta, there's no shopping sprees, no more shopping sprees, no more late night fees, no more VIPs, no more weekend. I don't know the words to anything. I just make up my own shit in the car. I'd be like, hey, I paint the town red. What? Okay, anyway. You can tell the wine's getting to me. I always do no spend November because it alleviates the stress of consumerism, consumption, and capitalism. Honestly, it really does, because Christmas is so heavily affiliated with capitalism and just, you know, you need to get the best present and the best this is that. And that's not even what Christmas is about. It's about family and community. But we've made it so that, you know, you're only good enough by what you give me for a gift. And I can't stand it. So because Christmas is crazy and October is always crazy for me, I always do no spend November. But now I'm implementing no anything November. So I'm making, oh my God, my hair is pissing me off so bad. Stay back there. Get right or get lost. No anything November. I'm not making any plans to go out with friends. I'm not making any plans to hang out with anybody, literally nobody. I'm not leaving my house. I'm gonna leave my house. Like I'm gonna do, so for no spend November, me and Aubrey, because she's a kid, do at least 1 outing a week, because I love to do stuff with my daughter. That's like really like my love language as a mom, is like doing things with my kid. So we will definitely go and do something at least once a week, but we're not gonna go get no toys. We're not getting no freaking Starbucks, no Robux, no Pop Bits, no like Hatchimals, no.
We're not even stepping foot in Target.
For anything, like literally anything. So that's what I'm doing to honor myself too, is giving myself that rest in that hibernation period, because I know that basically October to February and March, because my daughter's birthday, I'm at capacity. So giving myself the month of November to not do anything is really important. And I think that people don't realize that in the world, we are always making plans with everybody, but rarely do we make plans with ourselves. Like, when's the last time that you said, tonight I'm gonna get myself a bottle of wine, sit down, watch Love Island or watch Love is Blind. Oh my God, Love is Blind is so good, y'all. And just chill. Like, make a date with yourself. Like, oh, I forgot to tell you guys at the beginning of this video. So I had like a really rough day, so I went and I got myself some Starbucks and some flowers, because I love treating myself like that. And flowers are like my everything. I love flowers so much. I love roses and I love sunflowers, and when they're together, chef's kiss. Oh, ew, I literally just cringe when I said that. I hate when people say chef's kiss or go like this. Like, you are not Ratatouille. You are not Ratatouille. Stop it right now. Stop. It's not the vibe. Stop. Like, for real, stop. Wrong with me. I don't know why you guys watch me. I really don't. I'm like so dysfunctional. But yeah, it's important to make plans with yourself. It's important to honor yourself, and just that goes along with, again, setting boundaries and saying no. To wrap this up, number 6 is I have a bare minimum morning and night routine to keep me in check. So if you go on Canva, I use Canva for everything, y'all, okay? They have free templates, and you can go on there. You could just type in like morning routine, night routine. I will go ahead and show you guys a little video right here of me doing it, and you can make yourself a morning and night routine. The reason why I started to do this is because I noticed that in February, I had kind of come a little unhinged. I was making some really questionable choices, and normally I'm a very like moral compass, Mother Teresa type of bitch, and I wasn't during those months. And I talked to my therapist, and she was like, well, what's been going on? I told her, well, it was my birthday, and it was this person's birthday, I was doing this, I was doing that, and you know, I was just so like out of it. I was not taking care of myself. I wasn't making time for self-care. I was just going on autopilot. And she said, it seems like when you're out of sorts and you're not in a routine or a schedule, that sometimes you make these choices that aren't the best for you because you're not connected to yourself. So I on my own made a decision to make a bare minimum morning and night routine. I think that sometimes when you come onto YouTube or you come onto social media, you see these like 20-step morning routines. Meanwhile, you get out of bed, roll over a crunch wrap from the night before, put on an outfit, not showered or anything, and then go to work, and then you expect your day to be good. I'm talking about myself, by the way. I'm not talking about you. If you relate, leave a comment down below. Really, I had a freaking bag of Doritos on my bed one time that I was eating, and I fell asleep on them, and my daughter came to my room. She looks at my bed, picks up the bag of Doritos and goes, "Ugh,
Rough night."
oh my god. Or sometimes Aubrey will look at me and she'll just be like,
Mom, you are a hot mess today, but
like, I still love you. So it's just like, you know, it happens. But anyways, I think having a bare minimum routine also really helps with seasonal depression, you guys, because the thing is that it's so easy when these winter months come to stay in bed longer and not want to participate in society, not want to see friends, not want to do things, not want to go for that walk, not want to take our vitamin D. And I think having a bare minimum routine where you have at least 5 things that you do for yourself before the world gets to you and catches up is just essential. So I have mine right here. I've been waking up and doing that little like cold plunge thing that you do in the bowl with the ice and the water and stuff like that. I empty my dishwasher, put a load in, I make myself some coffee, I pray and I meditate, I change my clothes, I go for a really quick walk, and then I get my daughter up. And before then, I've done things for myself that make me feel uplifted, make me feel full. And it's not even that much. It only takes really like 40 minutes. And then after I drop her off to school, I go to the gym, and then I'm ready to start my day. And by then I've gotten like 5 things done that are self-care before the world wakes up and hits me with its bullshit. Like, it's just me and the silence, and silence is so important, y'all. So yeah, having a bare minimum morning and night routine where you have the things that you need to do on that list, but then also the things that are just good for your soul, good for you, and can kind of put you in alignment with where you want to be in the future. That leads me to number 7, which is being consistent and setting myself up to win. So that leads me to the channel. It's time for me to step away, and it's time for me to really just focus on what I want, and I don't think I can do that while being active on this channel anymore. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Oh my god, I love you guys so much. I'm so sorry. Imagine y'all are gonna be like, Dakota, go yourself. No, but just being more consistent, doing what I'm saying I'm going to do. If I tell you guys a video is coming out today, making sure that it's already exported, edited, sent to the sponsor if I have one, and ready to go at that time, instead of me editing it and then going onto YouTube in the community tab and being like, hey y'all, I have a video coming out today, I have issues with the exportation, or the memory card overrides, or my system crashes, and then I can't get a video up. And although it wasn't my fault, now I look flaky because I've done this like 3 times and have not been consistent with it. It's not fair to you guys as viewers. It's not fair to me as someone who's trying to reach their full potential, right? So being more consistent, doing what I say I'm going to do, but also taking time and honoring myself and my needs. I know it's not realistic for me to upload 3 times a week on here. If I had no kids and no house to take care of, because like, taking care of a house, making sure that it's clean all the time, doing the laundry, cooking, cleaning up after cooking, dishwasher, you know, making sure the garbage is taken out, making sure that, like, it's a lot, you guys. Also being a mom, like, oh my god, it's a lot, and it's a full-time job you don't get paid for. So to the creators out there who can upload 3 times a week, I love that for you, and I wish that could be me, but I can't. Can I do 1 to 2? Absolutely. At least 1, 100%. So doing what I say I'm going to do and meaning it. If my friend asks me, do you want to go out to lunch, and I just do not feel up to it that day, honoring myself and saying no, because if I say yes to please them, but I know that I'm not an energetic threshold to go out to lunch and have conversation, I'm abandoning myself, right? And sometimes in life what we do is we abandon ourselves to please others because we don't don't want them to feel that same abandonment that we felt growing up. But then in turn, we end up abandoning ourselves by honoring other people's needs before us. And that's just not the way that it should work. So being consistent, doing what I say I'm going to do, and actually having a plan and following through, and creating structure, creating a good routine that makes me kind of still feel like I'm a free spirit and not being confined, but still having some type of structure to rely on. And that really just comes with like making a schedule, planning, and sticking with it. And that's why, like, honestly, for the person who made that comment, thank you, because number one, this video idea came out of it and I'm obsessed with this. This is probably, honestly, you guys, my favorite video I've ever done. Like, I just, if you could tell, I have like a glow to me while I'm talking about this stuff because it's something I'm truly passionate about. I feel like with social media, it's such a facade. It's so fake. Come on, you see somebody drinking celery juice and waking up at 5 a.m. and journaling and doing 3-6-9 method and going to Pilates and going to yoga and going to all these things, and you kind of feel like shit about yourself because you're like, I'm just happy that I woke up and had a clean shirt that didn't have spit up on it to change into, or I'm just glad that I woke up and that today I don't feel like I want to off myself. Like, you know what I mean? Like, we all just have different lives, right? I'm not shaming those creators because they're here for a reason. I feel like the reason why I'm here is to really show you guys a life where you can be motivated and you can do the things that you say that you're going to do, and you can also be uplifted, but also have your days where you're just a sad girl. Like, you're just a sad girl, and there's nothing wrong with that, and honoring yourself on both days, but also showing you guys, like, realistically how to get there. And that's what I plan to do with these videos. So I really hope you guys enjoyed. I loved filming this. I love just having some wine and chilling with y'all. I know that not everybody likes this type of content, but I am just grateful for the ones who stick with me no matter what I post and no matter what I put out there. Like, somebody literally the other day was like, you could talk about toe separators and I would watch the whole time. And like, that is my target audience. So I love you guys so much. Thank you for watching today's video. If you enjoyed it, go ahead and hit that huge like button. Comment something down below that you took from this video that you're also going to implement in your routine. Hit that subscribe button because it's free. Join our Coda Crew family and turn your post notifications on, the way you never miss a video that I upload every single week, period. Follow me on all my social medias, always linked down below for your convenience. And while you're at it, follow me on my podcast, Sis Let's Heal. I post, well, we're not gonna talk about it, but I aim to post more, and it's just more of me and when you miss me on here. And today's post notification shout out is gonna go to Bethany. She said, girl, this is my first video I've ever seen of you and I love it. You're so relatable and you have bomb content. Keep it up. Thank you so much for, number one, joining our family. Why can't I talk today, Lord? Joining our family and just subscribing and being here and supporting me through it all. I truly appreciate it. Welcome. And thank you for the kind comments. Kind comments, truly, kindness in general just makes me just so happy and helps me to keep going. And it's because of loyal subscribers like you that I can do what I love for a job. So thank you so much, Bethany. If you also want to shout out in my next video, all you have to do is make sure you're subscribed, make sure your post notifications are on because I can see, and put a comment down below. And if I like it, I will shout you out in the next video. So don't forget to give Dosky a shout out and use code Dakota10 for 10% off. Those holidays are coming up, and make sure you give the gift of good scent because nobody wants to smell musty while serving dinner on Christmas. Nobody, okay? It's highly offensive. All right, guys, it's gonna be it from me today. I love you so much from the bottom of my heart. Stay safe, wear condoms, don't let anybody's dusty, rusty, crusty son get you in your feelings, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.
Baby, I wonder, would you just put your sweats on for me? Yeah. I got the plug.